Yo, YouTube, I'm back. Round two. You see that? You see what it is? Yeah. We're going to talk about the Shannon Sharpe thing. Man, this is crazy, bro. This is insane. I was watching a couple videos on the Shannon Sharpe thing. Like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy what money, power, fame, all that, bro. It's crazy. And yeah, but it's crazy that he's going through this situation. I feel bad. Shannon Sharpe doesn't seem like the type of person to do anything he's accused of. I mean, yeah, he's messing with a 19-year-old OnlyFans girl. But I mean, you see what they're trying to do. You see what they're trying to do. You see what Tony Busby's trying to do. I mean, yeah, I don't like Jay-Z, which is a different case. I don't like Jay-Z, and I believe Tony Busby, but at the same time, I know he's just out for money. He's trying to take money out people's pockets to feed his own needs, his own greed. So I don't agree with that. I agree, yeah, maybe he has a point about Jay-Z, the Jay-Z thing, but this Shannon Sharpe case, this is insane. I mean, whoever is following up on this knows that we know that girl is into that type of stuff, into BDSM and stuff like that. Crazy things like that. But yeah. Okay, so let's get into the video. No more talking. Let's go.
We'll give you guys a first perspective on things, and I'm assuming today we got a very serious show for you guys. Before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the show. So let's get into today's video. So we're just fresh off of a live that we did yesterday, a live yesterday that we did, which was reacting to some comments of an audio that was posted online yesterday. I actually saw it on World Star Hip Hop, and it's a second audio. And essentially in this audio, Shannon Sharpe and this young lady, I think her name is Gabby, are having a back and forth. They're speaking. And, they get into this whole conversation of choking, and then Shannon Sharpe is like, I'm going to choke you in public next time. And then, some line of a white woman, black man choking. Matter of fact, instead of me sitting here trying to give you the play-by-play, take a listen to the audio again.
Cool. You're coming to LA tomorrow?
Yes.
Well, I don't know why you want to go out.
Don't worry about it, Gabby.
Well, okay.
Okay, what?
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah. I might choke you in public.
Oh.
macho small white woman.
It's not a good look, Shannon.
Not a good look that you did with to me.
Okay,
So that's the second audio. Okay? That's the second audio that we reacted to last night. So I woke up this morning, I was kind of combing through the internet to figure out what else was being said about this news. And it didn't take much searching for me to come across an article from awfulmedicine.com. With the headline saying, ESPN sat on his hands while the Shannon Sharpe situation became a disaster. Even as Shannon Sharpe and his accuser sparred publicly over heinous allegations, ESPN kept the Hall of Fame tight end on air. And as I read through this article, I was saying to myself, it's about time we start looking in the direction of ESPN. Because they had an opportunity to correct course after that first video of Michelle came out, that debacle. And some people thought it was cute, and now you're beginning to realize, it wasn't cute at all. And you had a bigger mess on your hands than you realized. And this is the report that we want to get into because I think it's important. We now need to look in the direction of the company employing him. Before we can get into this report, today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, Gig Time. One of the things I love the most is making unforgettable. Use code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Again, create an account and use redeem code CLNS for $20 off. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. Okay, so let's get into what this report had to say here. It says, one full day later, I still can't believe that ESPN put Shannon Sharpe on his airways on Tuesday morning. Please, make no mistake, I'm not calling for Shannon Sharpe to be fired, at least not yet. I'm not even calling for him to be canceled, so much as that is still a thing of 2025. I also fully understand Sharpe's right to due process in a civil court and his right to defend himself as he maintains his innocence. But there's nothing about due process that says that the worldwide leader in sports has to keep you on its most prominent studio program as you're facing a lawsuit accusing you of assault, battery, and sexual battery. Especially not when both the plaintiff and the defendant have already made efforts to try the case in court of public opinion. I actually understood having Shannon on Monday's episode of First Take, even if it opened the door for Paul Heyman to take a shot at the Hall of Fame tight end and the network on its airwaves on the Pat McAfee show. Tuesday, however, was a different story. And it came back to bite ESPN worse than it could have possibly imagined. At 11:13 a.m. Eastern Time, TMZ published audio recordings from Shannon Sharpe's accuser in which the 56-year-old can allegedly be heard telling the woman who was 19 when she met him he was going to effing choke the bleep out of her. All the while, Sharpe remained on ESPN airways, arguing with Stephen A. Smith and Marcus Morris about the Pacers and Bucks playoff series. Of course, ESPN presumably didn't know this audio was coming, but it also shouldn't have been such a surprise. On Monday, after First Take had aired, Sharpe's legal team released a slew of salacious text messages from the woman in an apparent attempt to indicate their relationship was consensual. Again, Sharpe and his legal team are free to defend him however they see fit. However, once they began to do so publicly while also releasing the plaintiff's name, ESPN would have been wise to protect its image by taking Sharpe off the air. Only making matters worse, Sharpe's attorney held a press conference on Tuesday, again after First Take, in which he revealed that his client had previously offered at least $10 million to the accuser in a potential settlement. As ProFootballTalk.com Mike's Florio noted, it's hard to reconcile the aggressive claim that the allegations are fabricated with the admission that Sharpe offered at least $10 million to settle the case. Meanwhile, Sharpe was just a couple of hours removed from being on ESPN Airways. Much of this could have been avoided for a
Okay, so one thing. ESPN is a very prominent and very big and very mainstream sports network, telecast television. So I would think that they would have the person Shannon Sharpe's best interest and best thoughts in mind to not to assist or try and help out in this very weird and terrible case, because Shannon Sharpe is part of ESPN. He's part of First Take. He's there twice a week. He's there twice a week with Stephen A. Stephen A doesn't give a shit. Stephen A does not care. Just like Kanye West said, George Bush does not care about black people. Stephen A does not care that Shannon Sharpe is going through these legal issues, these SA allegations, and it's crazy because it gets ESPN talking, it gets buzz, it gets news, just like Stephen A and LeBron James. It gets views, it gets clicks, it gets all that. And this is why ESPN does not care. They don't care that a black man, Shannon Sharpe, is going through this case against a white girl that's 19, 20. She's an OnlyFans model. OnlyFans, whatever. And it's not even his fault because they were in a relationship for 2 years. They were in a relationship for 2 years, and she loves BDSM. If y'all don't know what that is, search it up, look it up. But yeah. So let's just keep it at that. It's a very weird case. She just wants money out of him. She doesn't care about Shannon. She doesn't care about his reputation. She doesn't care about him. It's all in plain sight. Let's just continue.
For the Disney-owned network had it simply taken Sharpe off the air on Tuesday. Doing so would have eliminated the poor optics of him being on air as the audio leaked. And just before his attorney admitted he had offered at least $10 million in settlement. And that makes it all the more curious that ESPN's PR approach has effectively been non-existent, with the network yet to issue a response on the matter when reached by awful announcing. The article then continues on, and you guys can go on and read it. It's a pretty wordy report there. What are my thoughts on this? This thing is a disaster. It's a disaster, and I don't think Shannon's going to make it out of this one unscathed. The second audio came out. We just played it for you. And the picture that the plaintiff is trying to paint is that Shannon Sharpe is this aggressive man that was essentially taking physical advantage of this woman, and she couldn't stop him. There was another lawsuit out there with some of the things that she alleged happened. I mean, it was absolutely gruesome. Do I know if it's true or not? Hell no. But what I read was absolutely gruesome. And if you look at the situation that took place at that Lakers-Memphis game, Shannon, they already have evidence that this guy has shown the proclivity or the propensity to be violent. You saw it there. And that's the picture that they're painting. So while all of this is going on, one would have thought ESPN would have been judicious enough and have the foresight to remove him off the air. But yes, they wanted to stick by him. And to me, I was stunned that they stuck by him after that Michelle situation, that Michelle debacle, after that leaked audio. Because that, for me, was, I used to support Shannon Sharpe. I was a huge Shannon Sharpe supporter. I really was. I supported him for years on FS1. I used to say, he's one of the best in the business. He's going to make more money in the next 5 years than he's ever made at any point in time. I used to say that. The videos out there, liars have no proof. I have all the videos on the channel. Just go hunt them down. They're right there. But the moment he got let go of at FS1, he had the Cat Williams interview, which was a mega interview for him. Drama began to follow him. It started to become messy. Other people in the comedy scene were calling Shannon Sharpe messy for inciting these beasts between comedians. Shannon kept on digging into it. Various people started coming at him. He started digging into that. You hear him online talking crazy about his escapades with OnlyFans models and all kind of stuff. He was just wild and free. Wild and free. There's a video I just saw just now online with him, Chad Johnson and Gilbert Arenas talking about knocking down some you can play on my team.
What's the best oil to cook with?
Number 3, canola oil. If you can find organic canola oil. Play on my team. This is the stuff he was doing. And while all of this was going on, he was still at ESPN. It was still at ESPN because ESPN was thinking of the ratings. And let me just say this. It was a boom for them when it came to ratings. I mean, it was record number ratings when he first walked in the door. So you can understand that. When things began to go sour and things began to get a little bit unsavory, one would have thought that they would have corrected course. Instead, they doubled down or they turned a blind eye to the situation. And now, their name is being annexed to this madness. I just heard a clip yesterday, courtesy of Jason Whitlock, where he played Stephen A. Smith talking about Jimmy Patera and the top ESPN executives are investing this case very closely, and they will take swift action when they have enough information. So there's a real legitimate possibility that this guy could be out of a job. And over what? A bunch of stupidity. And I said it yesterday on the live. Yeah, this may be a money grab and all of that, but damn. How you end up in a situation like this where you could be potentially taken down, all of the hard work that you've done by a 19, 20-year-old, I guess, OnlyFans model, so I've heard. Really? Really? I mean, at a certain point, we got to look at ourselves. We got to look inward. Yeah, people are targeting us, but what steps are we taking in ensuring that we're easy targets? I mean, let's be for real here. There must be some accountability here. And Shannon Sharpe ain't no little boy. That ain't no small boy. That's a 50-plus-year-old. That ain't no child that's not been around the block, that's not seen a thing or two. You're supposed to be the one advising the young guys, hey, man, be careful of this, be careful of the pitfalls. But then you're the one falling in the pit full of alligators. So to me, man, it's an absolute disaster. An absolute disaster. And I believe it's going to get worse. You better believe it's going to. You just heard that second audio. Rumors on the way. Trust me. These people are not done yet. These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We'll catch you guys on the next show. Peace.
Alright, that's the video, guys. Yeah, bro, it's crazy. It's insane. It's crazy times we're living in. There are a lot of things going on, crazy stuff going on. This stuff is going on. Right when Shannon was about to sign, or I don't know if he did sign or he was about to sign a 100M deal. 100M deal with I guess ESPN. And this is what happened. This is what came out. And this is what happens when you come out and start talking on your show, Nightcap with Ocho Cinco. This is what happens when you start bragging and talking about how you're doing stuff with the OnlyFans model, which is 19 or 20, stuff like that. So, but get in the comments. Let me know what you think about the situation. And till next time, guys, God bless. Have a great day. Stay prayed up. Stay safe. Stay happy, healthy, and do whatever you guys got to do. All right. Have a great day. Take care. Bye. Peace. 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 Bye.